Well, hello, crafty friends. Welcome to my studio. Have you ever been really crushed for time and realized there wasn't a card in your stash that you could just pull out for the occasion that you suddenly found yourself going to? Never? I'm the only one? That can't be. Well, I am telling you that I am going to try and make a card, not only in one take, but in under 5 minutes here. I do not know if this is going to be possible, friends, but I'd love for you to stick around and find out if I do it. My name is Sherri, and I welcome you to my studio. If this is your first time here, I'm so glad. Please consider subscribing and following my whole YouTube journey. It's a new one. So far, I have 91 videos, and I think we're about 240 some odd subscribers, and I'd love to have you as part of this community. So I'm inspired by the fact that my uncle and my brother have the same birthday, which happens to be this week. And one of those uncles is not very close to me. So this has got to get in the mail today if there's a hope in it getting to him anytime soon. Now, my brother's a little closer, so that's a bit different. But what I'm going to do today is take this color palette, see if I can do something with what I have pulled out of my stash here. And I've got a few extra pieces that I think can make this really quick. This ephemera package has some great birthday ideas and really sort of matches the color scheme that we have. And then take a look at this. If you've seen any of my videos before, you know I'm becoming a raving fan of Simply Stated Designs, which is a Canadian company that does print on demand, and these quirky dogs have my heart. So thankfully, both my uncle and my brother are animal lovers. I think we're going to see if we can put this together in a really fun way. Now, when I'm making a card, kind of quickly and pulling it together, I check out what's in my stash that I have at the ready. So today I've got a couple different options. I think I'm going to go with a colored card, which means I'd like to put a white insert in that card. I often like, when I'm using some pretty jazzy colors like this, to also put in a bit of an elegant border. So I might do some matting in the black. So I have these close by if I'm going to be able to use them. And then something you may know about me if you have seen these videos, but I'll share the secret if you haven't. When I do glitter paper, so see, this is very glittery, I often will cut out a matte size, and then I will punch out from the inside so that my card isn't too heavy, because cardstock layered on cardstock layered on cardstock can really add up. With postage, I'm talking. So I often will do that. And what I do is keep those little pieces that I've cut out and I bring them forward for other projects. So today we're doing a couple of fun, easy things to see if I can't get these cards going. Now, one of the things I also like to do is embellish envelopes a little bit. So I've picked out two bright color envelopes here, and we'll see if we have time to be able to embellish the envelopes as well as we go today. So first things first, I'm going to score a couple of card bases, and I think just for ease, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this darker sort of brown espresso type color and this navy color. I'm going to just choose those. Often when I do my live streams, I'm in a position to ask everybody in the audience and in the chat to tell me what they'd like. But today we're us flying solo, so let's just get this done. Okay, is that the right measure? I think so. I'm going to do a book fold and get this ready to go. Whew, I did the right measurement. My score buddy is a workhorse in my craft studio here. You will see it often. So there's the first card, and now I'm going to take this nice sort of espresso type color and give that a nice firm score and close that one down. All right, we are well on our way. It actually looks like we have cards so far, friends. Okay, inside the cards, very simply, because these are dark, I'm going to put these white pieces. Now, if I was stamping a sentiment inside, I would stamp it before I adhered it to the card. And I would do that for ease and also a little insurance policy. If I mess up, then I can easily go ahead and just do another one. It's only paper. All right, so first things first, though, with my uncle and my brother, I like to write them a nice message, and I'm pretty verbose, you may have noticed. So I'm keeping mine blank inside, so I have lots of room to write my messages for them. So there's the first one in the espresso, and now the navy. When you're making cards for your male family or friends, I often find that we tend to go into these sort of somber, dark colors, which is why I pull out these really bright, festive colors as we go. Now, in my mind, I think these stars are just darling, and I'm going to see what I can do here with the stars on the brown one. And I quite love this rainbow. So I love that. We're coming together. Okay. Fred really believes that cards don't take very long to do. Let's imagine that these are going to help us with these quirky dogs. Because as soon as I show you these, I think you're going to laugh. These dogs have, you know, that look of bulging eyeballs. So look, we've got, oh, I don't know what this guy is. I usually know what names of breeds there are. Oh, look, this one's a Frenchie for sure, or maybe a Boston. Look at this guy. Look how big he is. He's just quirky. I love this one. He looks like every stray that ever needed a home. Oh my goodness. Beautiful sort of bully here. We've got, oh, this guy's Adobe. Look at him. Oh, I love him. He's great. Okay. And he looks really fun against this. That's good. Okay. So let's say that we might be working with something here. And then this one, I thought, this one looks really cute as well too. And just for fun, as I figure out this camera angle, yeah, I think we've got something coming together here, friends. Now, this package, so that was Simply Stated. This package is Echo Park, and they make really beautiful stuff. In this one little packet, there are 34 pieces. Let me just show you how much selection and choice you get here. All kinds of beautiful things that are entirely off camera. There we go. Here we are. So hooray for you today. Ooh, celebrate. I like that one. That one might have some work. It's time for cake. I feel like that's always time for cake, friends. This one's kind of neat. It's in 2 pieces. So I could pop up the center and it actually says happy day. Party like it's your birthday. That one feels like it might do nicely on look at this one with some orange. Okay, there's so many choices when there's 34 in here, and what a steal. These are purchases whenever I go into my friend's shop in Stouffville, Ontario, Paper Crafters Workshop. I always look to just pick up a few of these things because then I have them for when I'm trying to make a card in just a few minutes. I'm so happy you were born. Now, that's the absolute gospel truth, so I feel like that's a great one to go with either of these. Oh yeah, that's looking fun. I feel like this one's going to be, I'm so happy you were born is going to go for this guy. As I'm creating these, I'm starting to think thoughts of, this is more for Uncle Jeff. This is more for Andrew, but we'll see what it turns out to be as we go. You're the best. Okay. You've got the idea. Lots and lots of choices and options. So let's see. You're amazing. It's cake time. Did I decide that's what I'm going to use there? Happy You Day. Hip, hip, hooray. Make a wish. We're going to make these work. I'm going to push these ones out of the way. All right, friends. So often I will do a slightly different camera setting so you can see my desk a little bit more. Let's see if I can do it this way. So now I'm up here in the corner. I'm glad to be here with you. And I'm going to take these 2 cards and finish them out and see if we have a little time left over for the embellishments on the envelope as well. Okay. All we need to do is decide if we want that little extra frame in the back. So I'm going to cut down this piece and look at it. Does anybody else have this problem when it's double-sided paper? Do you fall in love with the other side as well and feel like, I don't want to cover it up? Or is that just me? That's just me? Okay, I think I'm going to want the little black frame as well too. So I'm going to cut this down to the smaller size. That's going to go on top of the frame. Oh, yes, that's going to be lovely. Same with this guy over here. And I need that to be 5 by 3 1/4, friends. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. And okay, it's on. It's on. So we've got this. It's cake time. And you're amazing. Might be too much. Sometimes editing is the best thing. You're amazing. That looks pretty good. But I also feel like these colors are pretty close to each other. So I'm going to sit with that for a minute while I now change over to this guy. And I'm going to come in with, I'm so happy you were born. Okay, since this is so nice and big, I'm going to place that first and then see if, can the dog stand up on his own without a background, or do I want to get a background behind him? Because that just frames it a little bit. Okay, I think that is what I want to have here. Yes, okay. Just going to check one thing because I have the little square here. Let's see if the little square is a slightly better size. And it's not. It doesn't work in my opinion. So We're going to go back to this guy. So there we go. Now we just need to put this together. And we're going to do that with a little bit of glue and a little bit of double-sided tape. And it's okay to drop things in your studio. It's okay. We're learning. It's all good. All right, so the first one here, I'm going to put the mat down with this double-sided tape. Here we go. And even though black on brown is very subtle, it's actually going to, I think, really bring the card together, because in the little picture of the dog here, he's got quite a bit of black, like in his nose and the shadows in his ears. And I think it's going to look just nice and cohesive all together. All right, so we've got that. Now, this guy needs a little bit of glue on the back here with this double-sided tape. I liked him a bit up and off over to the side so that our beautiful little puppy here can be glued up. Whenever I'm gluing on glitter, because it's all of those nooks and crannies, I want to make sure that I'm getting it to be nicely adhered with a liquid glue versus a tape. Okay, so he goes down there, needs a second to adhere. And now You're Amazing can go right along the bottom there. And I feel like that's nice and cohesive. I would consider popping this up, but recently I've been paying attention to the dimensions of the mail, and sometimes my mail gets slowed down if I've popped this up too high. So in fact, today, because I know this is going in the mail, I'm going to keep it nice and tight in one layer so that it doesn't have any difficulty getting through to where I need it to get to. All right, so I put this right like he's coming out of the little sign. Okay, we've got the opening up in here. I love it. I might consider It's Cake Time, which was really neat. Or how about this one, Celebrate? Yeah, that matches up really beautifully. And sometimes it's just fun to have a little extra love on the inside. And this matches up with that orange just nicely. So we're going to go for our kind of like little bookmark, zhuzh, because I'm a little extra, and our Celebrate on the inside. And I'll still have lots of room to write my message. Okay, next one coming right up, same principle, same idea. We're going to put the mat down first. Lots of nice adhesive. I'm a chronic over adherer. I don't know if that is actually a thing, but if it is, I am one. Okay, there's that one. Next is going to be our very festive, bright rainbow colors. All right, look at that. Oh, coming together just so nice and subtle. Okay, and now this is very large for a front piece of the card, so I want to make sure that I get its position correct first. Here we go, up and to the left, and we've got our circle. Now, the nice thing is, unless my uncle and brother happen to see each other and talk to each other, they're not going to know that basically I followed the same pattern for both of their cards. And even if they do, they're not going to mind. It's handmade. It's made with love. I'm thinking about them and I want them to have a great day. But when you're making your cards, don't be shy about making something that's the same-ish for multiple people. That's okay. It doesn't have to be completely unique every single time, friends. Okay, here we go. Gonna glue this little guy down. I love that. Okay, that is just fun. And then inside here, I had an idea. Let me see this puppy out here. No, I'm gonna edit myself. This is gonna be fine. These are two beautiful cards. Let's move over to the envelope so I can show you what I'm thinking there. So two different envelopes, two different papers here. All I'm gonna do is embellish this back flap. So simple. Okay, to embellish the back flap, all I want to do is tuck it under here and trace the flap just like this with a pencil. It's okay if you get some pencil marks on it because nobody's going to see them. If you're really particular, you can trace it on the other side because it's the same side each way. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut that out. And before you know it, you have a beautifully embellished envelope. Now I do like to just put a little glue along the edges. So that was tape that went down first. And now just to keep it extra safe in that mail, when it's going through sorting machines, I like to add that little bit of glue for, again, that kind of insurance policy. Okay, that goes down like that. And if you've got pencil marks on it, look, they come right off. So now I've got a beautifully embellished envelope to go with my cute little card. Same thing on this one. We'll do the same thing and just show you the impact that something as simple as, oh, look at that sunshine coming in for all of you. I'm taking the sunshine and I'm sending you wonderful good wishes for this day. I hope you know, friends, that being creative is great for your brain. The neuroplasticity, it's like exercise for your psyche. It makes you feel good and accomplished when you can create fun little things that spread joy. So this happy mail for my uncle and my brother is going out today because I'm a little late at getting it done, but that's all right. Better done than none, I always say. All right, look at that, friends. So I don't think, Fred, I'll ever do a card, that's my husband, in just a simple 5 minutes, but I'm pretty proud of being able to put together some cute little love in this happy mail for my uncle and brothers who happen to love animals. Friends, thanks for creating with me today. If you have ideas of how I can get a card done in 5 minutes, could you drop them in the chat for me? Because clearly that's not what I can do. Subscribe and watch something else to support my little creator growing business here. I'm so pleased to have you part of this community.